McKinsey just made its biggest workforce cut since the 2008 financial crisis, up to 4,000 people. Bloomberg broke the story, and the number that should stop you isn't the headcount, it's actually what caused it. Not a recession, it was an AI tool called Lilli, and now it's doing 30% of the research and synthesis work that used to take a team of analysts weeks to do. Deloitte moved even faster. All 181,500 of its US employees, effective this June, lost their traditional job titles. The whole analyst to manager ladder got replaced with function-specific titles built around AI-enabled work. And KPMG cut 400 advisory roles. Accenture cut 11,000 positions while retraining 70,000 people on agentic AI systems. This isn't slowing down. LinkedIn's 2026 economic graph found that 25% of entry-level consulting and finance job postings now require AI fluency. 2 years ago, that number was under 5%. Here's what's actually happening underneath all this. For decades, the first 2 years of a consulting career were built on structured work, gathering data, building models, producing PowerPoint slides. You did that work, a manager reviewed it, you learned from the feedback, and eventually you became the person giving the feedback instead of receiving it. AI just took that work away. BCG's tool called Deckster builds a full client-ready presentation deck in minutes. When the research comes back in 30 minutes instead of 3 weeks, the client isn't paying you for research anymore, or the deck, or the SWOT analysis that you used to spend a weekend on. And it's not just junior people feeling it. Partners built their careers on a leverage model, one where senior judgment multiplied across a pyramid of analysts doing the structured work beneath them. So that pyramid's getting smaller, and partners who can't personally validate and explain what the AI produced in front of a client in real time, they're finding out their title doesn't necessarily guarantee their value anymore. So if you're in this industry, you're a consultant, you're running a firm, or honestly, any knowledge work role that looks like it, here's what I'd encourage you to actually do. First, master the room. Every team meeting, every client call where people disagree about what the actual problem is, that's an opportunity. Practice creating clarity out of disagreement across people and teams. That skill doesn't show up on AI's roadmap, and it's one of the highest value things you can bring to a room and an engagement. Second, lead the interpretation. What that means, AI will hand you an analysis. It won't tell you whether the assumptions underneath it are actually right or what it means strategically for the specific client or in the specific moment. That's where your value is. Learn to say what the numbers mean out loud in a way that people believe. That's interpreting the data and providing your own judgment on top of it. Third, build your network. Getting staffed on good engagements, getting the next contract signed, that's always come down to relationships, not necessarily just pure deliverables. AI is not going to build those relationships for you. No one's going to do that automatically. Underneath these layoffs is a business model that's really waited too long to change. The people who see this clearly and then move toward the work AI can't genuinely do, they're going to define the next era of what the consulting industry actually looks like. That's the reframe, so you can leapfrog the headlines, your leadership, and your business. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and find me at sorenkaplan.com.